Gentlemen, yeah, shallow shine, oh yeah, put your hands together, clap, clap, and get ready for Big Trip. Rick and Gabby, the Vintage Show, the Vintage Show. Show. Let's start the show.
Ha ha! There we go. How we doing today, boys?
Woo!
Hello.
Hello.
All right.
Perfect transition, Rick.
Listen. It's a lot of finesse. I'm really working on it, and it's kind of like driving stick. You just as soon as you figure out those grooves, you got it.
Oh yeah, it's all automatic over there, isn't it? Mostly.
It is mostly automatic now. Yeah, it is. It is. Are you guys still mostly manual?
Well, it's going automatic because obviously electric cars are starting to take over, and they're not manual. So it's kind of
yeah.
Yeah, happened by default. That's good. All right. So it is time for beef tips. And I did promise Tiger Lily just the tip today. So we'll keep
Wait, no, just the beef.
Just the beef or just the tip?
Well, KFT's not here.
Oh, it is. Well, then it is just the beef, I guess. All right. In any case, we're gonna open up talking about a favorite topic of anybody who watches TSN. And that is Mr. Leonard. He's fallen on some hard times, but they are of his own making, unfortunately. And he's living in an attic in an apartment that may or may not be legal living. We're not quite sure, though I have a pretty good idea knowing what it's like up in New York. And he has air conditioning now, sort of. But it is miserable right now in my office, my first floor office. So I can only imagine what it's like in the attic of a slum somewhere in New York.
That's slum.
Anybody have anything special to drink today before we start?
Wait, what?
Do you have anything cool to drink? Are you drinking it? Because I just kind of want to show this off. Is that just water, Gary?
Yeah.
So you guys know I gave up the alcohol almost 4 months, I want to say, something like that. But I found this. I think it's made by a brewery around here, but it's called the Root Beer One Hoplark. So yeah, it is. It's a brewery of some kind. There's no alcohol in this. There's no caffeine in this. So there's not a lot of fun in it for anybody who's into that sort of thing, but it tastes like chicory root, which is a flavor that I really enjoy. And I don't know many people that do. So I absolutely love this. And I'm going to crack one of these right now while I talk about my second favorite topic on planet Earth. And that is Leonard.
This is really, really good timing because I fucking hate Lenny. And don't get me wrong. He has his moments where he really makes me laugh, but I'm going to eat a hamburger. I'm actually at Cookout right now. Okay. I'll be back shortly. Okay, guys?
Yeah, don't worry about it, mate. I mean, if we talk about Lenny, like, I think Lenny's great. Lenny's one of those people where if you ever think your life's bad at any point, just think of Lenny. And you're immediately thinking, oh, well, it can't be that bad. Like, all I'm going to say, Rick, is if I'm 65 years old and I'm living in an attic, I've seriously fucked up my life from the position I am in now. Like, as a guy in his early 40s who completely owns his own 4-bedroom house, if I end up in an attic by the time I'm 65, oh, I fucked up. IBMC.
Here, Stacy knows exactly where Lenny's house is.
Stacy, quick question. You don't have to give a lot of information about the house, but I'm guessing it's like a big 3-story house. like if you include the attic, and he's kind of like, because it's weird, because I remember he said, Lenny, that somebody's on the ground floor that's not him and his two people who are with him. They're on like another floor, and he's in the attic. It doesn't sound right, does it? Like, it really
Not
doesn't.
even close. Not even close.
Yeah. There is a lot of that in places like London, where they'll take these big old houses. Oh, okay, cheers, Stacey Allen. Yeah, there's these like big houses in London, like these massive. They used to be just be one family who lived in it back in the day, Rick. Like these big, like 3-story ones, and there's God knows how many people in them these days, like because it's so expensive to live in London. So it's the same thing.
That's what happens in a lot of the moderately sized cities around where I live. The people buy up the houses, what used to be a single family house, and they'll either cut it in half and create 2 single family homes out of what was one, or more commonly, they'll go in and they'll cut it in 4 and turn it into 4 apartments, which is really, I'm not a huge fan of government intervention in most things, but that is one thing I think people should step in on, because I know people say, oh, there's not enough housing and this and that. And I don't want to get this political, but I really think that when you cut a house into 4, you're not helping anybody. You're giving a family a quarter of the size of the living space is not helping anybody.
Yeah, there's a big fight near where I live. So in our country, they're called HMOs, houses of multiple occupancy, and they're taking any big old buildings like old Sunday schools or church buildings or anything with size, retail units that no one uses anymore. Like, and they'll take a shop that's like not a large shop, but like a medium-sized shop. And it's like, we're converting this into 20 apartments. It's like, how? Like, are they prison cells? Like, it makes no sense. Like, I've got one on my street further up. It's a lovely old Sunday school building that used to belong to the church around the corner. And they sold it. And they've turned it into a 10-bed HMO. However, this one's really upmarket. Like, they've got their own ensuite bathrooms. It's kind of like a fancy hotel looking, but not all of them are like that, Rick. Some of them are literally, they just take a bedroom in a normal house, put a lock on the door and say, there's a room. They're like, it's insane. And that's kind of where Lenny's living, isn't it? It's just one of these houses with shared toilet, shared bathroom, shared living area, and you just have a bedroom, basically.
That's what it sounds like, yeah. This is a really good question. Because I have, anybody who's been paying attention for the last 2 weeks knows that I have a bitter rivalry with Rochi. And is council housing a trash life?
Not necessarily. It's weird because there isn't really anything. It's not really called council housing anymore. It's not like a council run it. It's usually like a private company in the area that kind of runs it. It's for people of low income who can't, or people who can't get rental agreements because they're on benefits and stuff like that. But they've just changed the law in England where you can't discriminate people from renting houses because of benefits anymore. So I don't think there's going to be a big need for council houses. But some of the old school council houses that my friends lived in when I was younger, like in the 80s and 90s, they were fucking massive, Rick. These ginormous, massive semi-detached houses. Like, and those houses that were council houses, they're all privately owned now, or a lot of them. But so no, it's not necessarily a trash life. It depends. There are trash estates, Rick, in every place. So, you know, it's like everything. There are good council estates and there are crap ones. It depends where you are, really. And there are ones that are kind of not a council estate. Some of them are still rentals. Some of them are owned. It's a weird thing. So I can't really judge if you're talking about Rochi in this situation. I can't really judge it.
Oh, man, fuck Rochi, dude.
I don't know the guy, but
and
I can't
automatically
say that because he's in a council house, he's scum. It doesn't work that way, Rick.
The reality is, I don't actually know if he is in a council house. That was just one of the slurs I leveled at him, is that he's miserable in his council house. I'm really upset. So I'm not even so upset with Rochi. I'm more upset with the concept of Rochi. I think that he really did Eckle dirty in Vegas. He should have just shut his mouth and gotten on that helicopter.
Well, the whole that side of the team, everyone should shut their fucking mouth because they all suck.
Well, maybe.
The,
I don't
the
know.
other tribe call it. That's what I call it. Sorry, I'm on a beer run, so in a
All right.
truck right now.
That's
Giving
all right.
British people a bad name.
Well, they all do. Yeah, it's all right. It's okay.
I don't know why. I'm not judging them, Rick, but most of the English people that are in the Dabbleverse that are on shows, like they're generally not great.
I can only think of 3.
I,
I've got Gary, Eckel, and
Echo
Rochi. Is there
Pineapple
anybody
or
else?
whatever.
Well, Hughes
Echo
doesn't count 'cause
Pineapple.
he's Irish. Yeah, Echo.
Hughes is-
Yeah, I don't know.
No, you're fine, man. Are you listening to Poison? I am. You just
No.
fucking blend Poison. Fuck yeah, I'm short. Words.
All right, I muted him because that's
he's
horrendous.
he's breaking up a bit. It's fine.
Yeah. So Beef, if you can hear me, I muted you. It was really bad. Yeah, I don't know, man. Rochi, the dude had a trip to Vegas paid for and couldn't say thank you. Eckel paid for it.
Wow, what an idiot.
Well, no, they were partners, you know, it was like a business expense sort of deal. So but you know, the least the guy could have done is get on the helicopter. You didn't have to, you know, he wasn't asking him to blow him. He just like, hey, let's go take this helicopter ride through Vegas. That's kind of a cool thing. When's he going to get that chance again?
Well, does he ever leave his house? I don't know.
It doesn't look like it.
I have no idea.
All right. So let's get back to Leonard, though, because we know, according to Stacey Allen, the Zillow picture has an air conditioner in the attic window. I don't know how old that picture could be, though. I don't know how quickly Zillow refreshes things. But
so it's what I thought, Rick. It's what I thought. It's just a 2-floor house with a loft, and him and his 2 people, friends, whatever they are, they're in the first floor attic, and there must be somebody else living on the ground floor. Maybe there's someone who owns the house. This is some dodgy subletting or something. This, isn't it? It has to be. There's something not right.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
Well, here we go. I know this from when I was involved in selling a house ages ago. I had an attic, or the house we were in had an attic or a loft or whatever you want to call it. But we couldn't class it as a room because there are certain legal things that you have to have in order for it to be classed as like a bedroom. I think you have to have like a fire escape, but there's loads of, and I've looked at those windows. If that house is on fire, he's fucked, Rick. Like he can't get out of that house.
Well, the good news is that from the height that his unit is, he's probably not going to die from the fall. He might just break an arm and a leg.
Knowing Lenny, he'll break every bone and live.
Every single bone. Well, again, though, the good thing is he's probably got a sloped roof outside of whatever window he's got, so he can roll off of that. I mean, I've jumped out of windows before.
I was looking at the shape. It looks like one of those houses that just does that all the way along. And then you've got the flat ends where his windows are. So I'm guessing there's probably nothing down there unless there's some kind of extension or something below it. You know, like
there could be an awning or something.
Yeah, or something. So he might be, but yeah. Like only Lenny could move from a shared house that is hell and move into an attic. I remember when I was watching the show and he said, I'm in an attic. I'm like, oh my God. And I'll talk about obviously what we talked about before the show. So when I lived at my parents' house many moons ago, like 30 years ago, I had to live in their attic room. And this is England. Like I'm in the north of England. If it's ever like 70 degrees Fahrenheit, that's hot, right? And it was hell in the summer. And so when I saw that temperature that said, 98 the other day, I'm like, oh, for fuck, that must be awful, Rick. Like, how can you even sleep up there? Like, it must be absolute hell. And Tiger Lily's right. I would rather live in a room that's cool and have to wear gloves when I go to the toilet.
There's an overhang. It has a porch in the front. He can ditch the AC and jump out the window. Yeah, that's a good plan too when you're his age.
Is it a nice area, Stacey Allen? I don't know, obviously, America at all. I've never been there, but like, is it a good area where he lives? Is it a desirable area or not? That's what I'd like to know. Because it sounds, Rick, that he's a bit like Karmic. He sounds like one of those guys that doesn't want to live like outside of a 10-mile radius of like where he is.
He's got a comfort zone, yeah.
Yeah, which is probably why he's living in a shit house when he could move further out and probably get like a 1 or 2 bedroom apartment for the same. When he said, how much did he say he was paying? Like $900 a month in rent. Didn't include utilities to live in a fucking attic. Like, wow. Oh, Stacey Allen says it's kind of white trash, but there is a big lake nearby. Guess that helps. Excuse me.
Yeah. I don't have the visceral hatred for Lenny that a lot of people in the Dabbleverse seem to. But I will say that he, much like John, is a monster of his own making.
I think some of the best moments on TSN that are not John related have been Lenny.
Oh yeah.
Like, I mean, she's in this. Well, you've got a chat up now, but when she delivered the food to him at Topgolf, brilliant. And he shits himself when she knocks on the window. Do you remember that, Rick?
I do.
Oh, Lenny's lad. I tell you something. Whoever lives near there, I beg you to do 2 things for me. I want to know where he sings, and I want to hear him in the choir. My guess is that because he's not a great singer, Rick, I guess he's just one of the people in the background that makes up the sound. Like, you know, when you go to a football game and there's like 20,000 people singing and it sounds okay, there are shit people singing. You just don't hear them that well. I'm guessing he's just kind of underneath and you don't really hear him in the choir because he's not good.
It is a way better neighborhood than where his last place was. Well,
yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I suppose that's a good thing, I guess. But
yeah.
But as Lenny says, I've got 3 rooms.
He's got that. And I can see all 3 of them in his camera.
In an oven. Honestly, like when I used to be an installer at one of my previous jobs, they used to put me in like some of these old hotels now and again. And it just reminds me of some of the shit hotels I've been in over the years. Like where you're not in like a nice hotel, you're in one that's like a converted house.
Yeah.
Here's your room, sir. And it's like, oh, weird shaped rooms. Like, I can't believe he lives in it.
No. Live is a subjective term too, I suppose. Exist, it might be a better.
I don't know. I mean, he gets out, doesn't he? He's got a job. I mean, he gets out. He's got a hobby. So there we go. Is what it is.
Tiger Lily says he counts the stairway as a room.
That'd be like me saying I've got 12 rooms in my house when I count the hallways.
Listen,
like,
I lived in a place that was like that when I was in college. She's my wife now, but we were just dating at the time. We rented a place in college towns. It is almost anything goes as far as landlords are concerned. They will call a closet a bedroom, and they'll charge you $800 a month for it, and with a smile on their face. But they counted there was like a nook between the kitchen and the one of the bedrooms, and they threw a sink in it and called it a bathroom.
You know what I don't understand about situations like, so over here, like say we have these houses of multiple occupancy, but when you pay for a room like Lenny and you pay $800 a month, let's say, it's all in. Like you don't pay utilities or internet or any of that stuff, Rick. It's almost like, well, they sort that out. You're just paying for a room and you use the fact that he's paying $900 for a loft and he's got to pay for electric and all that shit on top of it. It's insane. It's like,
there aren't a lot of places, at least in my experience, there aren't a lot of places where a whole lot of utilities and things are included.
Is that not a thing over there?
There definitely are places like that, but at least in my rental experience, which I haven't rented a house in 15 years now, but when I was renting places, the two that came with things, they were things like garbage and water. They weren't like, yeah. So it wasn't like I never got electricity included in my rent. I never got cable included in my rent. Those
I wouldn't expect cable, Rick, but like over here, you get like electricity, you get heat, electricity, water, and you don't pay anything extra. It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
But Tiger Lily's right. He does live like a student. It's so bizarre.
Well, he's a bachelor, right? So that's he's still in his swinging bachelor days. Oh, that is crazy for a studio apartment. Oh,
well, that was my point, Stacey Allen. Like, okay, so he has a car. All right, it doesn't work half the time, but he's got a car, right? He could live. I'm just thinking of my experience. There's a few towns near me, yeah, that are about 5 to 10 miles away, Rick.
Yeah, that
are cheaper. And if I could probably get a better house living there than where I am. So if I was in Lenny's situation and I live in the town I live now in an attic, or I live 15, 20 miles away and drive into work or whatever, an extra, you would do that. Like, it's insane.
Yeah. So I have to believe that if Rochi, not Rochi, if Lenny, I got Rochi on the brain, guys. Can you tell him something?
American Rochi. Go on, talk about American
Rochi. If Lenny, if Lenny were to be comfortable with the idea of not living in New York and not far from New York, not far from where he's at, but if he moved a half an hour away from where he's at right now, he would still have access to the train lines and all of the things that he has access to. He would make more money and he would pay less to live.
Yeah. Like, I used to work in Manchester, in England, big northern town. Big city. You can either get a 1-bedroom apartment or you can get a house for the same price 45 minutes away on the train or 30 minutes away on the train. And that's what a lot of people do, Rick, for that reason. Like, London, it happens in London a lot. So when I used to do installs in London, I would meet people at hospitals where I did installs and stuff. And every single person you spoke to did not live in London because they couldn't afford it. They live in the towns around it and they commute 30 minutes to 45 minutes in. Yeah, and I think Haku might be right. It is almost like he's terrified of change. It's probably why he's never really done anything big, because rather than try something and fail, he's too scared to try. He seems like that kind of person, which is kind of karmic in a way, I guess, which is why he's never moved away from the place where he was brought up, I guess.
Yeah. And, they say, and I like you know this because you're an intelligent guy.
I wouldn't say that.
Well,
it's 12 o'clock. It's 12 o'clock.
When I say this, you're going to get it. You understand that the United States is like the Alaska of planet Earth. Like, there's a lot of land here. There's a lot of space here.
If you look at it from above satellite, it's pinpricks of light and a load of no light. It's fucking massive. Like,
it's huge. So when people they say, and I don't know if this is true the rest of the world, but again, my experience, this is true here at least. Most people never stray more than like 50 miles from the place they were born. The physical, like the hospital you were born in, you're going to stay within 50 miles of that. So I don't know if it's like that in Europe. I know it's different because I can drive 5 hours west and I'm still in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, you drive 5 hours west, you're in the Atlantic Ocean. Like, that's kind of a big difference. Like, I mean, the difference over here was the way it used to be. It's not really like this. Is you're born in a working class town, you go to school, you go to the local business that's in the town, the railways or wherever. You work there for 45 years, you retire, and then you die. So that's kind of the old way of the way it used to work. But it's a very old school way of thinking. Like what usually happens now in England is people will go to university or college, as you call it over there. They'll go uni, and then they'll usually stay in the uni town because they enjoyed it when they were there. And they don't go back home, but then they'll stay there. So yeah, like me, I still live in the town I was born in. I've done a lot of traveling, so it's not like I've never left here. But because I live, I'm not going to dox myself, but I live in a place that's an amazing place to live from a public transport train point of view. I can get anywhere in the north pretty quickly from where I am, so I don't need to move. But it's different in America, obviously, because it's just like towns and then hours of nothing and then another town. It's not really the same over here. But I mean, back to that Lenny, you would think that, like, I can't imagine that he hasn't had family over the years. Like, because I know he's not married, but he's obviously got cousins and aunts, and I guess his parents are still alive. I don't even know if he's got brothers and sisters. I've never heard him talk about it. But surely, like, one of your family members would say, "Oh, come and live in the town where I live. There's these great houses." Somebody must have done this to him, and he said no, right? Because I know if I was in that situation, Rick, I know people who don't live in the town where I live. It's like, oh, you could come and live here or whatever. I find it hard to believe. And I think Tiger Lily's right. I think it's that. It's almost like he looks at
Pride.
Like a pride or a weakness or something, like you can't accept help. It's a weakness. It's very, very strange. He'd rather live in filth than accept help from someone. Very strange. It's like a very old school male kind of thing as well, isn't it? Like older guys are like that. Yeah, that's better actually.
You like that? Is that better, Dixon Cider? You? I like it. That's good. All right.
They just want to see your hat. That's what it is.
They want more hat. No, really, what he's checking out my my sword of power in the back there. That's what it is.
Have you been to see it? By the way,
3 times.
The film.
3 times.
Of course you have.
3 times. And I know I said this. I was on with Kat Digler on Monday. We had a great time talking about it.
I need to go on his show at some point. He always puts out links and stuff.
It's fantastic. He's a great time. So I mentioned that I saw it 3 times. The first time I saw it on what they call a premium format, which is a slightly larger screen and upgraded sound. The second time I saw it,
IMAX kind of quality or less than that.
Not as big as an IMAX screen.
Okay,
but sort of the same idea.
Better than normal.
Second time, I saw it on a standard screen the second time. The third time I saw it, I don't know if you have these over there, but it's called Screen X. There are a couple theaters that sort of bought into this. I think it was Regal, AMC, and maybe Marcus or RC or one of the other theaters, that they have these screens. They're called Screen X, and it's a 270-degree screen. So your entire periphery is movie screen.
I've only seen these once, but it was an IMAX thing. But yeah, so think of like a curved monitor that kind of goes around you. The only one I saw it in was one that I went. They also had like, where they pump like smells and shit into the room.
4D, yeah, the 4D screens.
But that was like 20 years ago. Yeah, so we don't have that. So that's kind of cool.
It was awesome. And have you seen it yet?
No. I don't really go to cinema, if I'm being honest with you. So I'll probably wait. It's not one of the ones I was a huge fan of growing up. The cartoon was. Then
I won't spoil it because it's a great movie.
Spoil away. I'll probably watch it, but it's fine.
Well, so there's right at the beginning of the movie, it opens up, with like a space scene. There's a planet in the center of the screen, and it opens up, and it's very dark aside from that planet, and it's moving back, and there's stars around it, and then everything opens up. So you have the main movie screen, and then through like the dialogue that's happening, the whole screen blows up to the sides.
Oh, so it's not like that straight away. So it's almost like
it's gradual, and then as the movie starts, it condenses back again to the main screen, and the movie happens, and then there's another thing that happens, and when that happens, the screen blows up again. So there's one scene where action happens on the right side, and it shoots all the way across to the left side. So it
So
goes.
are they filming films for this format, or do they do something with an? Because you can't have the same film on that size for that. Like, I find that kind of interesting.
So they are filming movies with Screen X in mind, just like they do it with IMAX in mind.
Okay.
But there aren't many. And I don't know if this is true, but I read somewhere that Masters of the Universe might be the first one that was filmed intentionally for Screen X.
Oh, so that's why they've got these effects.
Yeah, so nothing like it's nothing that you miss when you're watching the movie if you're not seeing it in Screen X. But if you're seeing it in Screen X, it absolutely happens and adds to the experience.
Yeah, so it's like an extra. It's like an extra bonus for people who are on that screen format. I'm sure that thing that shoots across the screen, you still see it in the normal one, but you don't see it go around. I suppose it's different. It's the same thing as if you watch the film in 3D or not in 3D, I suppose. It's the same film. There's just Husey and Lemmy brought me here. Why?
well, so I will say, I don't know if you were following along in the chat, but Husey had made a grandiose statement during his stream just maybe a half an hour ago that the Beef Tips show had disbanded and we were no longer. So the rumors of our demise have been exaggerated.
We're just busy. Listen, Husey, we're busy people. You know what I mean? Like, I don't, we haven't got time to do as many shows as you, mate. Busy lives. That's and all correct.
That. I have a career and a wife and kids and hobbies.
Plus, Husey, some of our countries are in the World Cup, so we've got football to watch. You know what I mean?
Ooh, I wasn't Husey. I wasn't going to go there. I wasn't going to go there, Husey. Lemmy, it's always good to see you as well. Thank you for popping in. So we've been talking about Lenny. Anybody who's even has a passing knowledge of TSN knows that Lenny has been around for a while, since the Miserable Men days, and maybe even before that, I want to say, possibly.
You won't have to wait long, Husey.
Yeah.
Sorry, carry on, Rick.
What's a World Cup? That's a really good question. Does anybody know who won the World Cup last time? It's every 4 years, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a bunch of fairies in tight shorts.
Argentina won it last time.
Oh, well, all right. So a bunch of
Messi finally won the World Cup. I mean, the thing going back to Lenny, the thing about Lenny, like he can have sometimes he's on the show and it's terrible because he just doesn't engage, but then sometimes he does. So I don't know, because I know some people. I know he's a bit like Marmite, isn't he? Like, some people love him, some people don't. Whereas I think he's great. Whereas other people hate his guts. And the second he comes on screen, they're like, "Oh God, pass." I'm like, "Come on."
I have to address this, and I know I admit that I don't know much about soccer or football, as you guys call it across the pond, but I will say, America loves the Scots, and they have damn near drank Boston dry.
Oh yeah, that's what Scotland do. The amazing thing that Scotland have been doing as well is they've been putting traffic cones on stuff because it's one of the things that happens in Scotland now and again. Is there's a statue in Glasgow which has had a traffic cone on its head for about 50 years, and every time someone takes it off from the council, they put a traffic cone back on his head. So there's just been loads of pictures from Boston of Bill Russell with a traffic cone on his head. Like Paul Revere awesome. With a traffic cone on his head. It's just brilliant. Yeah, Scots are great. Even though I'm English, my family does originate from Scotland, so I've got a soft spot for them.
Yeah, I like them. Every Scot I've met's been great.
Yeah.
And I've got a thing for ladies with a lilt in their voice. So typically Irish, but the Scottish brogue is very similar. So.
Oh yeah. Some Scottish women, the accent is nice. Others, Oh my god, it's horrific. It depends. It really
Well,
does.
I guess there is a UK equivalent to this, right? The Cockney accent is sort of off-putting for a lot of people.
Oh god, yeah, like a woman with an Essex accent. Fucking hell.
Yeah. And I gotta say, one of my favorite musicals. I grew up in the theater, and one of my favorite musicals is My Fair Lady. So, I have a little bit of a soft spot for the Cockney accent.
I'm not a huge fan of it.
This accent sounds like they all have bad breath.
The thing about Scottish accents is there's like Scottish accents that are really high pitched. Like, I'm not going to do an impression. And then there's like deep Scottish accents. And then there's Scottish accents that sound English, like posh English, but they're Scottish. It's weird. Like, it's a bit like England. There's loads of different variations depending where they are.
Yeah. Right. I had an idea, and I don't know if this is going to work out or not, but let me see. There's some activity in Kensington today, and if anybody wants to travel along, I can show you what's
Go on.
going
Let's
here.
have a look at some broken asses. Why not?
Hang on, what's going on here? I need to do that. There we go. That's better. Not now. Close that.
Are you trying to share the screen?
This is going great.
It's all right.
There it is. All right. And that should be full screen now. Can we see that, or can we not see that?
Change the view. There might be a view where you can change it so you see the screen.
There she
There
goes.
you go. That's more like it.
There, now it should be running. Why is nobody moving?
Well, it could be frozen or they could just not be moving.
No, it's not. It's not paused. Everybody's moving on my screen.
Yeah, it's okay.
Are they moving now?
Yeah, I can see them moving.
All right. Maybe it's maybe it has to do with.
Well, there we go. There's a guy with a broken ass. Look at him walk.
This guy's looking for something.
Hughesy's got a question.
What's his question?
He says, "Where's this in?"
Oh, this is so.
Ireland. It's near you, isn't it, Hughes?
I used to work in Philadelphia as a drug and alcohol counselor and what they call a resource coordinator here in the States. What that is people would when they come out of inpatient treatment facilities, they need like a hand to hold them through the process and guide them through the process of becoming citizens again and getting secure housing, finding appliances and furniture and clothing and food and hooking them up with all of these different things. And that was what my job was. And I worked in this section of Philadelphia, and they call it affectionately Zombie Town because people just, it's like the Night of the Living Dead walking around this place.
Yeah. Or as I say, broken asses everywhere.
Broken asses. There, that one in the back is something, huh? That with the purple coat. The one in the center of the screen's ass is so broken she's sitting in a wheelchair.
I love how Haku says, "Is this the World Cup?" Yeah, this is the World Cup.
Oh, hey, yeah, you recognize that one in the black going through there? No, you don't recognize her.
It's Ronaldo.
All right, I am going to stop that, and I'm gonna check one of the other cameras quick.
Yeah.
Because that's loud. I don't know if you guys heard that, but that was loud in my ear. Oh, here we go.
I love how Hughesy goes, "This is Philly," and people act shocked that I have zero interest in going to DabbleCon. Good point.
Well, so I will say there is a clip floating around the internet of two gentlemen from Brazil. It's a father and a son that came to Philadelphia for the World Cup, and they are talking about how it is the literally out of their mouths, it's the most beautiful city I've ever seen in my entire life. Everyone is so friendly. Everyone is so kind. Everyone's been very helpful. I love this city. And they're describing Philadelphia, and I have no idea where they're at because they're not in Kensington.
They'll be on the Rocky Steps, won't they?
I hope so. But they just like they were just talking about how they love it and they can't wait to it's their experience. It's not the experience of people who live in Philadelphia. I'll tell you that right now.
But it's the same anywhere. Like you can go to Manchester and it's like, oh, this place is amazing, and you turn the corner and there's statues, homeless people turned into statues everywhere. So they might have just missed that area, Rick, and gone straight to the hotspot.
Yeah.
If you go to tourist places, you're not going to see any of that shit anyway, right? I would have thought.
No, you won't. You won't see that stuff. Let me not say that. When you think of the touristy parts of Philadelphia, it's like the museums and the landmarks that you typically think about. But when I take people who have never been to Philadelphia, I always take them to Chinatown, which is there's a huge convention center there. But it's some of the best food in the United States. And I know people might disagree, New York City, Chicago, whatever, but some of the best food I've ever had has been like on the corner of 10th and Cherry is one of the greatest restaurants ever called Spice C. It's an Asian fusion restaurant. It's fantastic. That's where I take people. I take people to Chinatown.
It's like when you go on holiday, like if you go to Vietnam, like when we went there, it's like you don't go to the Western steakhouses. You speak to the hotel staff and say, where would you and your wife go for a meal? Then,
yes,
because those places are cheaper, but a lot nicer.
Yeah, and that's sort of the Anthony Bourdain school of travel, where he would always say, I don't go to the place the tourists are going to. I go to the place that the cooks at the place the tourists are going to go. That's
eat as the locals eat. Like,
go
to the fancy restaurants. Like, God, I remember when we were I was in college, we went to Krakow in Poland, and we did the same thing. Like there was like Western places that were expensive, and we went to just this Polish place, and we got this is in the late 90s, but we got like a 3-course meal for about £2.50. Like we were like the richest. We were kids who were like 18, and we were the richest people in the restaurant. It's insane. You know what I mean? It wasn't even euros back then. I think it was zlotys or something. It was like a weird currency.
What the hell's a zloty?
Well, it's whatever Poland's currency was. I don't know if it still is. I've no idea, but that's what it was.
For some reason, I thought they used was a mark was theirs, but I guess not.
No, that's more of a German thing.
German, yeah.
I'm going to find out if their currency is still the zloty. Yes, it is still the Polish zloty. Yeah, you get I think you got like 10 of them to £1 or something, if I remember rightly.
That's not even real money at that point.
Well, I worked with a girl who she moved back to Slovakia. She worked over at our place. She used to clean cars, so she was like a valeter or a car cleaner. And I kept in touch with her after she came over with her husband, and she left after about 4 years. So she came over here to earn more money. And she sent me a picture of her housemate. It was like fucking Downton Abbey in Slovakia. And she bought it with the money from car cleaning in England. I was like, oh, Jesus Christ.
I think Hughesy's telling us to kill ourselves. I'm not quite sure, though.
Oh, yeah. Cool.
It's very, very not cool of you, Hughesy. I don't know, man.
BMC says it's Poland. What do you expect? I had a good time in Krakow, except when we went Auschwitz. That was fucking depressing. But other than that, Krakow was nice.
All right, you said the magic word, so now I have to tell a story.
Oh God! Please don't.
When I was a young
camps,
it's sort of. When I was a young man in theater school, we used to do warm-up exercises, and one of the warm-up exercises that we did was called Auschwitz and Vienna. And remember, we were in middle school at the time, 6th grade, so like 12 years old, 13 years old. And we were tasked with getting ourselves in the mindset of someone who is in an internment camp, namely Auschwitz. And then the instructor would snap his fingers, and we had to change character instantly to a member of the upper society in Vienna who was maybe smoking a cigarette on a balcony overlooking a tree-lined drive. And then he would snap his fingers again, and we were back, terrified little Jewish child in Auschwitz, waiting for the warm embrace of the chamber, is how he put it. So
that's a bloody warm up exercise and half, that, isn't it?
It was it was that, and then we would lay down on the ground and breathe like animals at the zoo. It's just weird shit you do in theater school.
Oh God, I hated drama at school because of shitty exercises and shit like that. My God. Oh. Anyway.
Yeah,
it is
kind of dark. Yeah. Kids, man, kids. Oh, Eckel has a fantastic observation.
What?
Poland is lovely, very white.
Well, racist people like you should move there then.
And we're getting dabbed on by little Lemmy. Thank you, Lemmy. Yeah, I enjoyed my time in the theater, but the instructors were questionable to say the very least.
Yeah,
I was never molested. I will say that.
Like drama teachers always thought they were cool. Like, yeah,
very, very, very touchy.
I dated a girl at college who was a drama major. Well, we don't call them majors over here. She just did fucking A-level drama, but same thing. Like, and all the friends, they all think they're so fucking arty and shit. It's like, oh God.
I share the sentiment, BMC. They should get a gift shop. That always cheers the place up.
They kind of do have a place you can buy stuff there. I wouldn't say it's a gift shop.
Striped pajamas. They sell little star patches you can sew on your clothes.
But the weird thing is, we went there. So I was doing history college at the time, and they were like, "Oh, well, we'll do a trip to Krakow or whatever." I didn't really go for Auschwitz. I just went because women from the history class were going with us, and you thought, why not? But yeah, it was a great trip. We saw some cool stuff, but like, you're taking 17 and 18-year-old kids to fucking out, like,
yeah.
Why? Like, don't depress them like that. Like, it's fucking awful.
We do school trips here in the States. We do school trips to the Holocaust Museum in DC, and it's the same kind of thing. I'm thinking, man, this is a recipe for disaster.
I understand why they do it, Rick, because it's like for you to know the history, but show us bloody videos about stuff. You don't have to take us there to show us this.
I'm leaving this chat up here because I want to address it quick. Lemmy, you can DM me privately. I think you have my contact information from the last time you were on the show, but how much does Husey pay? I might pay more.
Does Husey pay you in beer? Or potatoes?
He's got some good ideas though for a female co-host. Meat wallet, beef curtains,
ham hole.
Ham hole. Ham hole might sound a little too dirty. I got to be honest.
Yeah,
even for me.
I'm just thinking of the horrific words you used to use at school for him, like axe wound.
Festering axe wound was one of mine. That was a personal favorite. Yeah. Ham hole. Yeah, like I said, ham hole is a good one, but it might be a little too dirty even for me. Even for me. And that's saying something.
Well, just the beef tip in my ham hole.
Pork pocket. I don't know. Pork pocket sounds okay. Oh my goodness. I don't know. It's a shame that I don't have like a punching bag today. Like Rochi's not here causing any trouble.
Well, is somebody else on at the same time? He might be over there giving him grief.
Well, he was on with Husey, stinking up the place over there. But whatever, it's fine. I'm sure he's happy and well adjusted, and
Now he likes to go after bacon, doesn't he? A lot.
Yeah, he does. He really does. And it's it's unfair. Something we talked about, Kat and I talked about, it might have been on Discord, it might have been open on the show, but it's one of these things that what's the deal with grown men getting so bent out of shape about what other grown men do with the money that they earn?
Yeah, I never understood it either. I mean, I think people who give money to MLC are fucking retarded, but I wouldn't tell them to not donate to them. Like, it's your money, do what you want with it.
Yeah, I send Karmic a little bit of scratch every now and then. That's okay. I got more dollar bills than I know what to do with, and I'm not going to strip clubs, so I'm not doing that with them.
If you think about it, Rick, like some of these shows, you probably spend more hours watching them than you do watching programs on cable that you pay probably quite a bit of money for. So it's almost like you have to give it back to them. You know what I mean? Like, you're watching it for kind of free.
Yeah, I haven't paid for cable in 30 years, but I understand.
No, but you get my point. Like, if you're paying $30 for Netflix or whatever, like, and you watch Karmic more, then it's not bad to give him, $10 or $20 a month or whatever.
Yeah, I don't mind at all. And if it gets him riled up a little bit, then it's sort of like an added bonus, right? What do they call that? A value add?
Yeah, but you go after him like a psychiatrist. You're kind of like, it's okay, Karmic.
I genuinely, and it is because of my previous occupation. I genuinely care about that guy's well-being, because he looks like the kind of guy who's going to climb himself to a bell tower with a high-powered rifle.
I'm guessing because of your previous career, do you see traits that you may have seen in, I'm not going to call him an addict, but people like that you've encountered over the years? Do you see kind of similar?
A lot.
Yeah. And I'm guessing that's kind of why. Yeah, I understand. Like, my sister, for example, she's a mental health nurse who specializes in dementia. So she does the same thing when she meets people. She's looking for those traits. It's almost like it's built in because she does it all day. So I'm guessing it's the same. You must see, oh God, I can see certain things that I've seen in other people in him, which I guess is why you care.
Well,
whereas other people just want him to cry.
with Karmic, it's more specific than that. There's a client that couldn't climb his way out of the hole he dug for himself, and is no longer living. So and it kind of sits poorly with me, even all these years later.
Well, here we go about Karmic. I've said this about him before, but he's almost one of those people that I kind of wish he never got laid, because he was probably better off before he met this woman. I don't know a lot about Felicia. I don't watch MLC. I think it's shite. But, like, do you think he was better off before he met her?
I want to believe that she wasn't his first, but I think that's foolish of me
she
to
might have been
that.
She might have been his first for like 20 years. I'm thinking maybe, let's say he had a girlfriend at high school and maybe he tried it and it wasn't very good or whatever, and then he didn't do it for years and years and years and years, and then he met her. I'm thinking that kind of guy. Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I think you're right there, that maybe it was, that bite of the apple was what sent him over the edge.
Yeah, I've said the same about Eric the Midget. Like, when it's almost like the worst thing they ever did was get him laid, because
take him with Bunny Ranch.
He then became obsessed with it, and because he couldn't get it. Okay, no.
Can you imagine that conversation? Wait a minute now. I would pay for that.
No, because
I would pay for that.
What's Lenny going to talk about? Like, the only sex story I've ever heard is that he thought he was getting a blowjob and it felt like sandpaper, like, or something, and then they robbed his wallet. What the fuck was that?
Oh,
see, Stacey,
man.
that's what I'm thinking. Like, I'm thinking maybe, I'm thinking Karmics might be the same. It's almost like he should have just never, he looked quite young for a guy in his 40s before he met her. Maybe, maybe he's going to age overnight.
I want to point out the fact that this chat by Stacey Allen is poetry as far as I'm concerned. Stank on his hang low. I love it. Thank you for putting that into my vernacular now. I appreciate it.
Do you not know that? That's like very 90s, that is.
I've never seen those words in that order.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. Stank on the I've heard stank and hang low, but putting them together is the cherry on top of a sundae that I desperately want to eat. Oh, the sandpaper was the guy's beard. That's not my beard, and not Gary's beard, as far as I know. Even though he's British, we don't hold that against him. Money does not have sexuality. That is correct. That is correct.
Excuse me.
But the money that my buddy brought back from a place called the Pleasure Dome when we were in college, that did have the smell of sexuality.
Yeah, we talked.
I don't know, Gary.
I'm not a big strip club person.
No, neither am I. I don't know. It's not my bag, baby, as Austin Powers would say.
It's like, what's the word? It's like forced intimacy, isn't it? It's kind of very weird.
It's the original parasocial relationship too. I mean, I had to carry a guy out of a strip club at my buddy's bachelor party because he really thought that the girl was into him, and he ran out of money. And he didn't understand why she didn't want to dance for him anymore, even though he couldn't get any more money out of the ATM.
I think I've said this before, but I'll say it again quick. I went to a stag do for, when was this? This was years ago, maybe like 20 years ago. And the guy who was getting married, he had a younger brother, who he had like a traumatic head injury when he was younger, and it kind of messed him up a little bit. Anyway, long story short, we all decided to pay for him to have like a private dance, but it wasn't a private dance. It was like in a kind of like a big bathtub filled with like bubbles and shit. Like I don't know what he called it. And my guess, I didn't really ask what happens in there, but my guess is that you get washed down in a certain way. We'll just leave it at that. And anyway, so we sent him in there, and like 5 minutes later, he was being thrown out by security for the same reason, because he didn't understand. Yeah. And my guess is he tried to touch her or diddle her. I don't know what happened, but he ended up getting chucked out. And I've just stood at the bar with another guy because we weren't really into it. We're just watching poor lad being launched. That was like,
that's it. Yeah, I'll never forget. The bouncer came over to our group and said, "You handle this guy, or we're going to handle him." So,
there was none of that. She must have had a panic button in that room. She's like,
probably,
pressing it. Yeah. And then Carl gets chucked out.
Yeah, he went up over my shoulder and out into the parking lot. That was it. We were done. We were done for the night.
I don't know. It's just not really been a thing. Like, yeah. There used to be one in my town, and God, like, I got dragged there by a friend, and we saw someone who we went to school with dancing on the stage. I was like, oh, fucking hell, I'm leaving. I was like, it's fucking depressing. Like, I don't want to see some girl who was in my class at school dancing on the stage. Is there a culture? Is there a culture of that though over there? I don't know. Like here, there's sort of it's got its own culture. Not
really. They have buffets, and there's people that are there every night, and
I don't know. I mean, I can't talk for everyone, but it's kind of seen as quite seedy. It's almost like classed as the same as if you're going to like a brothel or something. Like it's not. Guys would go there, but they wouldn't talk about it. Do you get what I mean? It's not like you would say to your friends, "Oh, I went to the strip club last night." Like I had a friend, Mike, who was a postman, and he never had any money, and I'm like, you've got a good job. Like, where's all your money gone? He was living at home at the time. This is how long ago it was, like 20 odd years ago. And it turns out he was going to the strip club every week, and he was just giving hundreds of pounds. But he wouldn't tell anyone because he was embarrassed about it, Rick. So what's that telling you?
Yeah.
Hughesy. I don't know Hughesy. Like, there used to be one in a city near me for a bit. That's the one that we went to stag do for, but not really. Again, it's like, it's a bit weird.
Bathhouses. It's bathhouses.
Mm.
That's a whole other weird thing. I have there's a place near where I grew up. I don't live there anymore, but near where I grew up, there's a place that got kind of infamous for its activities, and I've made jokes about it in the TSN chat, asking when Don's going to be performing there. But it's essentially a sex club. that
What
there's no
posing
signs.
as a place where you go for a sauna or whatever, but you're really going into a room to.
No, not posing as anything. It's a brick building on the side of a well-traveled road.
Where's the name bathhouse come from then?
3 blocks away from a school, and it's a brick building with a big parking lot, but the parking lot's never full unless you get there right around sunset. Then the parking lot starts to fill up. There's no lights, there's no signs, there's no windows. It's a sex club.
And okay, I'm not going to presume, but like, was there a lot like gay people there? Nothing against gay, but
it is
because obviously
it is a gay sex club. Yes.
Right. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Hey, I miss when the mob was in charge of stuff, man. Shit got done. Shit got done. Is this true? Is this true? Chad made all his money at the bathhouse? I don't know anything. I don't know anything about that.
Man, there's a guy I haven't thought of in a while. Is he even still alive?
He is. He is. He's recovering from back stuff. I guess. I don't know. I don't know what his back issue is, but I know he was having a rough time. Yeah, I don't know. Good for him though. He's made his bones, as they say.
It's a weird.
You got anything going on over there, Gary?
No, not really. Just, football World Cup's on and everyone's watching. The problem with the World Cup, Rick, is they've expanded it from 32 to 48 teams. So there's now a load of countries in it who are shit. So there's loads of games where it's like, and they've won 6-1. And it's like, and there's now like 5 games a day. And because it's
Are there
America.
any real upsets?
Yeah, Spain drew to, was it Cape Verde? I didn't even know who they were before that game. So there is a few. Like, I'm guessing because it's in America and it's in Mexico and it's kind of hot. I guess European teams aren't good for the heat. What the fuck's Juneteenth?
All right, so here you go. I'll put I've already got my American hat on.
Should I guess what Juneteenth is? Should I guess?
Guess what Juneteenth is. Guess. I can't wait.
Okay, right. Don't call me racist, but Juneteenth, I'm thinking, has got something to do with black people. Is it something to do with like slavery ending or something?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Winner. Sorry, I just heard the word Juneteenth, and
we celebrated on the 19th of June, and
is it something to do with Lincoln's thing? Is it something to do with Lincoln's thing that he said, proclamation shite or whatever?
Well, apparently it's the oldest nationally celebrated commemoration of the end of slavery, right? But it's a federal holiday now as of 5 years ago, I think.
Oh, so is this the date that the North came into the South and made them free or something? And was it that kind of day?
I don't. Yes, it marks the day when it's when the federal troops went into Galveston, Texas.
Okay. So there we go. I was pretty on the money there, wasn't I?
And if I'm wrong, somebody in the chat will correct me, but I'm pretty sure it was Galveston, Texas. Yeah. So I have off because, I have off anyway because it's summer vacation, but it's a federal holiday, so everything's closed. So even if it's like banks close, federal buildings, government shuts down, everything's closed. I have an annual celebration because everything's closed. My friends and I all have the day off. We get together and we do pretty much the most American thing we can think of. We go to a steakhouse and have an overpriced steak and lobster dinner to celebrate Juneteenth.
And shoot guns.
What's that?
And shoot guns.
Yeah, well, we don't shoot guns. Not all of us. Not all of my friends are into guns, but we do all enjoy steak and lobster. So that's what we do.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of lobster.
Why not? Is it because it's slave food?
No, it's no, it's because you have to break it apart to eat the fucking thing.
You look, it's real easy. You stab it in the head so it goes limp. You cook it for 8 minutes in boiling water. You take it out. You twist it at the middle. You pop it out. Snip, snip, snip up the tail, and you're done, man. It's easy.
I won't even eat prawns if I have to decapitate the head and tail to eat it. Like, I ain't doing that shit.
BMC, tell him he's missing it. He's
no. Okay, if BMC, we go out for dinner, BMC, you can crack it all open and just give me the meat. And I've had the meat. It's nice. I just don't like the work that goes into it.
So get I mean, I won't call you gay, but just they sell lobster that's in a bag with butter, and you boil it in the bag.
Oh yeah, I've had it. It's fine. I'm not a big seafood person generally.
Hey, Gary, look at that.
Oh, it's the accent.
Look at that.
Look at that. You're taking me for a lobster dinner. It's the accent, Rick.
Hell yeah.
Doesn't work over here because everyone's got the same fucking accent, but it works in America.
She's got a price. She's got a price, Gary.
Will you wear the dress? What? Oh, so you're going to be the man, right? I get it. I get your point. Because you're going to have to crack the lobster for me.
Yeah. There was a great restaurant. I know we talked about restaurants earlier. There was a great restaurant in New York City that I used to go to when I was working up there. It was called the Hourglass. It is long since closed, but it was phenomenal. They used to do a prefix menu, and it was whatever they had, $30. But I had the absolute best surf and turf I think I've ever had anywhere at the Hourglass in New York City. Beautiful. It was a 9-ounce fillet. And yeah. I think it was an 8-ounce lobster tail, which is a pretty big lobster tail when you have a steak too. But man, everything was cooked perfectly. I had broccolini. You know what broccolini is?
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, it's like it looks like a cross between broccoli and asparagus.
Right, okay.
And that just was fantastic. It was great. Oh, this is why you guys lost. You guys are.
Do we really listen? Is it really losing when you just decide it's not worth it? You know what I mean?
Is that what happened? Really?
We fought that war with one hand tied behind our back because we had to run the rest of the world. We couldn't send everyone over there because if we did, we'd give you a right thrashing. But we could only send some people over there, and we realized it's not worth the effort, man.
We'll let you believe. Is that what they teach you in school?
No, but it's true. It's literally true. It's like, it is true. Like, we didn't send every soldier we had there. If we did, you would have fucking lost. Like, that's just the way it is. We had like half of our soldiers in Africa and Asia and all these other places because we used to run the world before you did.
Yeah, well, that didn't work out so good, did it?
I think we're better off. It's fine.
All right. I won't disagree. I'm
just waiting for the response.
How are the rape gangs going? I read a newspaper article today about rape gangs running rampant.
Oh yeah, these Pakistani rape gangs, they're everywhere, mate. All over the place.
They're coming in your window now. Look out, Gary.
Honestly, you can't go around the corner for them. They're everywhere.
What is this? Oh yeah, Jeff, we don't want to do that. Oh, and peanut butter, you're absolutely right. Mel Gibson destroyed half your military on his own.
Oh God, that film was terrible.
We watched that. I watched that with a friend of mine who was over at my house at the time with her boyfriend. And he said what is probably the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. He didn't understand what was happening in the movie. And he looked at me and earnestly looked at me and he said, "Rick, why didn't they just fire more bullets?"
Wait there. And then
there's an old Lewis Black joke that it immediately hit me then, and it's the one thing I remember when I remember his name was John. When I remember him saying that to me, I remember this old Lewis Black bit about hearing things in passing in conversation, like you're walking through a room and you hear bits and pieces of people's conversations.
Bits and pieces.
But he heard somebody say, if it hadn't have been for that horse, I wouldn't have had to take that extra year of college.
It's like in a comedy when they're in a club, and they're shouting to each other, and then the music stops.
Yes.
And then they say something. Yeah, I've still got that massive rash on my ass. And then everyone's looking at you.
Yes. It's like that. I can't sometimes people say things and they are just so profoundly stupid. And you just don't know how to address it. So I just don't address it because that awkward secondhand embarrassment drives me crazy.
It's usually the way when people talk politics as well. You think, fucking hell, these people.
Yeah, I don't know where Beef is. He sent us a message in our private chat saying I'm on a beer run, and then he disappeared.
He's a
muted
busy
him because
boy. He's been at a cookout and stuff. He's got a lot going on. He's fine. Yeah. This was really just me and Rick. We just wanted to do a quick show. Just to let you know, just to let Husey know that we weren't dead or whatever he was. It was
very important to let Husey know that we were still here.
Yeah, that we were still alive.
Yes. Although he's got my contact information, he could have asked at any point in time.
Well,
yeah, it's easier.
Isn't it better to just go on? Isn't it better to just go on a show and talk shit? Like, isn't that the Dabbleverse way?
Yeah.
Just talk rubbish about people. Doesn't have to be true, does it?
That's it. You ready to wrap this up, Gary?
Yeah. Is anyone in the chat got anything else they want to ask?
Yeah. Anybody have anything for the good of the order? Oh, here we go. Raid at 9.
Well, enjoy. It'll be another raid. I won't be. I tell you what, they need to be. I know it's not really for me, but like they keep doing these raids in the middle of the week at like 2 a.m. in the morning. It's like, I can't fucking do that. Like, I've not watched a single one for about 2 months.
Well, I don't know what's going to happen tonight. I will tell you, it is hot as shit in my office, and I don't think I'm going to sit in here. So I may not participate, but I will absolutely be watching in my air-conditioned living room.
Yeah, I just don't really watch TSN Live anymore because they don't do a lot early. Like, I watch the morning show on a Friday while I'm working, but other than that, like, and then the good thing about watching on replay is you can skip through an hour of super chats and then get right to the package. So
I'm gonna say this again. I take heat for this all the time. That is my favorite goddamn part of the show. I love reading the stuff, listening to the stuff, seeing what people are going to say, hearing the AI voices, the pictures, the whole thing. I absolutely love that. I love it.
Oh, Tiger Lily, can we rename this to Prop English? Bits and pieces.
Bits and pieces. I want to address that. I have come to the conclusion.
Yeah, let's wrap up with a prop off. Go on, Rick. Give your piece.
I think Mike Morse is afraid. I think Mike Morse is afraid because he has built a career as a comedy writer and a mainstay in a lot of different places. You know, Mad Magazine. He wrote for Howard. He wrote for a couple other roasts and all kinds of stuff, shows and things he's written for. I think that he is afraid that he's going to lose to an upstart whose only credit is having a book stolen by a famous author.
Maybe.
My only credit is a negative credit, and I think he's afraid that he's going to lose to me. I mean, look at my hat. It is a sequined American flag hat. And it's not even my best hat.
Rick, the problem you've got is you've both got different types of props. So he's got lame props like rubber chickens and shit like that, whereas you've got cool props like swords from films and shit like that, and sonic screwdrivers and what have you. Like his props aren't on your level. They really aren't. What's he gonna have, really?
Stacy, I know you're kind of sticking up for your boys, but this hat was gifted to me by a high school librarian. I don't know anything about Walmart.
I thought you were going to say this was gifted to me by Willie Nelson.
Willie Nelson himself. No, I do have things that were gifted to me by famous people, but this hat does not happen to be one of those things.
He wouldn't beat you, Rick. That's the reason why. The weird
I
thing is,
agree.
like, I don't know why they didn't put it on the 24-hour stream, because like there was so much time. But I also don't know if they actually agreed to it. Like, did you actually get an agreement from them to do it, or did they just say they'd try and fit it in if they had time?
Well, so initially, the idea behind the 24-hour stream, and I think they've said this publicly too, the idea was that they were going to have people jump in and do an hour here, an hour there. But like we talked about the last time, was that they really would have run sort of up against liability for other people doing things.
Well, they still
On
have a
their
producer
stream.
there, Rick, but I'm guessing like because Shuli, Zen, and Mike maybe take an hour off to, I don't know, whatever.
Yeah.
Have food, but they didn't do that. They just kind of
No, and that was a
did
last
the whole
minute
stream.
decision by them. They kind of decided as they were going live that they were going to just run with it. And
Right.
I think it was great. They started to look haggard at about the 19-hour mark, but I thought it was great. I hung in for the entire 24 hours. I watched the entire 24 hours. I stayed awake with them, and I loved it. I had a great time. But yeah, I think I think it was a missed opportunity because there was a lot of hype. A lot of self-made hype leading up to it. I'll admit that it was mostly me, but
Yeah.
I think he's afraid of losing to me. That's the issue. I do. I think he's afraid of losing.
I don't know. I don't know if Mike cares, but you know, I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, I think he was about to fall asleep near the end. It was tough. How about the way he ate that pickle? That's psychotic. Did you see that, Gary? Did you happen to see the chamois?
Yeah,
pickle?
he ate it like it was a corn on the cob.
Like corn on the cob. Yeah.
Yeah, very
I don't know.
strange.
My He-Man sword versus Mike's slide whistle. Well, we'd have to decide which He-Man sword because there's one there. I have one here on the floor next to me. I have one on the chair there, and I keep one on my desk.
But Rick, that's the point I was trying to make. Like all of Mike's props are all hacky shit, like slide whistles and puppets and shit. Like
I have a slide. I have a slide whistle. I have a juice
yeah,
harp.
but you've
I
got
have
cool.
all kinds
He's
of
not going to have cool stuff like you. He's just not going to. He's probably got a load of guitars, some puppets.
I bought a guitar.
Why?
Without getting too specific, I had a huge shakeup at work. People where I work, we are employees of our district, not employees of our individual schools. So we can be moved. They have a deadline in the school year to tell us when we're going to be moved. And at the exact moment of the end of that deadline, I got a phone call in my classroom saying, "Hey, we need you to come down to the main office." Okay. It could be anything. It's the end of the year. There's things to sign. There's paperwork. It's all kinds of stuff. It could have been anything. I walk into the office and there is a union representative and my principal sitting at the table, and they hand me a letter from the district saying, "Hey, you're being transferred to another school. You're going to be teaching something different next year."
Just a quick question, Rick, about this.
Sure.
Because obviously it doesn't work that way over here. You work for the school. You're paid by the school. It's kind of different. But I'm guessing over there they move teachers around. Like this school needs building up a bit. Send some good teachers in. Is it that kind of shit?
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's a little like it's flattering because they've identified that I can do things that they need at the other school, but it's also frustrating because I sort of had, I wouldn't say aspirations, but I had intentions on programming and things at the school I was at.
Right, I see.
Yeah. So, and it happened like, well, I don't want to say that, but anyway, so I've decided that I'm going to channel the anger that I feel at this move into becoming teacher of the year in 2 years.
Oh, so, I thought you were going to say into playing guitar.
Well, yeah, I'm going to learn how to play guitar this summer. That's my summer project. I've put everything else on hold, and I'm going to learn how to play guitar. I bought here. I'm going to turn my camera off for a second, if I can figure out how to do that. There we go. I'll be right back.
No worries.
And I'm back. So I bought a guitar because I'm going to be teacher of the year in 2 years. These scumbags have no idea the monster they've unleashed by doing this to me.
Let me have a look what you bought as a guy who used to dabble in guitar in his youth.
I was going to get a Yamaha SG 800 or something. I don't know. But I went with this Epiphone.
Epiphones are fine for like a starter guitar.
It's an Epiphone Hummingbird, I think is what they call it. A Hummingbird. And the guy at the guitar store said that this is like 3 steps above what I was originally looking at. So I said, okay. My thing is, I'm not looking to start another collection, and I know that guitars kind of become that for people sometimes. So I really wanted a guitar that could grow with me as I get better.
It's probably a little bit more expensive for a guitar than a starter one. I would have gone for that, but it's fine. I suppose if you spend a little bit more on it, you're more willing to practice on it than if you pay like $150 or whatever.
Yeah. And that's what my thinking was, to get something that's nice now, and then I don't have to worry about getting anything different in a couple of years. Plus, it's probably going to live in my classroom, and I'm going to be working with students that are a lot younger than the students that I was working with. So
just rip the wheels on the bus, go round and round.
Well, I started my career as a teacher teaching pre-K.
Right.
And no, but they're not that young. I would
not like John.
No.
What did John say he was? The music teacher. You know, he made it sound like he was
doing music theory with second graders. Get the hell out of here.
He made it sound like he was Michelle Pfeiffer in Dangerous Minds or something.
Yes. And so the reality is I am Michelle Pfeiffer in Dangerous Minds. Now, not anymore because I'm being transferred, but that literally was my job.
It kind of sucks, but you know, how far away is this school from where you currently live? Like, how much more of a commute is it?
Half an hour.
That sucks.
And the day isn't longer, but I end later. Our secondary schools, so middle schools and high schools, sixth grade through 12th grade, end at 2:45 for teachers, and this one ends at 3:45. Elementary ends at 3:45. So
right, okay.
I'll be getting home, and traffic coming home is going to be way worse at the time I'm going to be coming home. So it's going to take me almost an hour, maybe a little more, to get home from my new school. So I'll get home probably around 5 o'clock, where I normally would get home at like 3 o'clock. Leaving at 2:45, I would get home at 3 o'clock.
Yeah, that kind of sucks then, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's awful.
Oh, well. Nothing you can do about it?
No, there isn't. Well, no, there is. I'm going to channel all of this anger and frustration into learning how to play the guitar, and I am going to be teacher of the year. That's what I'm going to do. So
how are you going to persuade them to vote for you? You're going to bribe them?
Well, so I will say when I taught pre-K, I'm really good at getting the families behind what I'm doing. That was kind of my strongest thing, because I'm pretty good at communicating, despite what people in the chat might think.
You're like what John wishes he was.
So I was showered with gifts for like birthdays and Christmas and holidays and things. Families would shower me with gifts at my pre-K. I taught at a private school. It was a wealthy private school, and I'm in a very poor urban district now. But the preschool, the private school that I taught pre-K at, the families really enjoyed having me as their kids' teacher. So they really took care of me. They bought me a $900 tablet. They would cook food for me on my birthday. They'd bring me gifts and money. And for Christmas one year, not that I did it for this, but just as an illustration of sort of what I'm getting myself into here. I got like $3,000 in gifts for Christmas every year from these families. Jeez. Yeah. And the ladies, because there are not a lot of men that teach pre-K, which is one of the reasons that it was easier for me, I think, because a lot of families don't have that positive male role model. Even though dad's in the picture for these wealthier families, dad's not around a whole lot because dad's working. So
yeah,
to
he's running
have
businesses and shit. Yeah,
exactly, and that's exactly what was going on. Like most like I had 3 brain surgeons, and not like local hospital brain surgeons. Like I need you to get on this helicopter because we have to go to the airport and you have to fly to Texas to perform surgery today.
Oh, right.
You know, yeah, like crazy, highly respected brain surgeons, and so they were, you know, they were wealthy, they were more with it, but they needed that positive role model that they didn't have, and there's lots of women doing that. So I stuck out, and I used that to my advantage. I got away with a lot of things. I lit fires in my classroom. I had explosions in my classroom. I brought wild animals into my classroom.
It's like
I got away with all kinds
society.
of stuff. I brought a baby deer into my classroom, and as the director is doing a tour, bringing prospective families in, I'm carrying a baby deer into the classroom, and I sit it down in the middle of the classroom, and the kids are all coming up and one at a time, and they're petting it and they're feeding it strawberries that we had, fresh strawberries from our garden. And the director, I look out the window. We had a big, like a fishbowl style window, and the director is mortified. And the mom and dad of this family that she's given a tour to, they're grinning ear to ear. They think it's the greatest thing in the world. We had 6 families sign up that day. They called friends of theirs who were looking, and they all came in and signed up because I brought a deer into the classroom. And it reinforces a long-standing belief of mine. If you make a decision that results in something positive, everybody upstream looks good. You're not going to get in trouble.
I'm telling you, what you did there is what John thinks he did in his own mind. Being a substitute teacher and having desks thrown at him.
I don't think a 9-year-old threw a desk at John. I'm going to say that right now. I don't think.
Why not? He's as tall as a 9-year-old. They probably thought they could take him.
Oh man,
Mate, listen, substitute teachers were not a thing in my school. Like, if a teacher was off ill, let's say it's maths, yeah, and the teacher was off ill, they wouldn't get a substitute in. They'd just get the PE teacher to do maths. Like, he used to work like that. They just rotate them around. But now and again, you would get, I'm guessing they were doing teacher training or something. And so now you'd end up, oh, who's this person who's like early 20s? And you just terrorized them. Like, honestly.
Yeah, here you can make a career out of being a substitute. I mean, I have friends who have been substitute teachers for 25 years. They love it.
I was going to be a teacher, and I did a work placement at university at a Catholic school. And by the time I finished the work placement, I did no longer wanted to be a teacher. That's literally how it ended. I was like, fuck this. I was like, nope.
And that's the best case scenario, because why waste your career doing something you absolutely hate? You know, it's.
Well, the worst part about it, Rick, is like you don't get paid that much over here for it either, which is kind of strange.
Even teaching in like general.
Yeah, even in like high school. Well, if you're a lecturer, you do, but if you're like a high school teacher or whatever, I mean, I get paid a lot more as a software tester than I ever would as a teacher at a secondary school. I think a lot of people do it because they love it. Yeah, they do it because they take advantage of you, like they do with pilots and shit as well, isn't it? People do it because they love it and they take advantage of it by not paying you a lot of money to do it. But there we go. Right, has anyone got any questions in the chat before we wrap up?
I was mistaken. It was a junior high, so the kids were, preteen, 12.
Oh,
13.
they were taller than him then, weren't they?
Oh yeah, they were absolutely. Their arms might not have been as long, but they were taller than him.
They were towering over him.
he was a Lilliputian in the land of the Gullivers. That's a literary reference if you're still here, Husey.
Yeah, our chat won't know that. Yeah.
All right. I'm going to wrap this up. I'm going to go take a walk, and then I'm going to get ready for the raid tonight. Please make sure you hit the like button. You can subscribe if you want to, but you're not going to get anything out of it yet anyway. We may be doing guided tours of the Kensington section of Philadelphia in the near future. We're not sure. Oh, Dixon Cider got it. Good job. I did say Gulliver, though, so it's, all right.
I knew what you meant. It's fine.
I never took a position older than 6th grade. They're taller by then. Yeah, that is. I have friends who will not teach middle school for that very reason. They do not want to deal with it. They will stop at 5th grade. All right. Everybody have a great night. If you're coming to the raid, come into the raid at 9:00. Maybe I'll see you there. Maybe I won't. Other than that, Gary, you want to say good night?
Yeah, see you later, everyone. Have fun.
All right. Have a good night. And we're off. Oh, we're not off.